Still waiting for a few. I still hear some talking. Welcome! It's good to see you all. Glad we can do this in-person performance. Just a reminder for parents to please silence or turn off your cell phones. You may take photos. Please no flash photography. You may also record. One thing we do ask to be mindful of is not all parents have given permission for their child's image to be shared. So please don't post these on social media. If you do post a picture, please make sure other students are cut out as much as possible. And that's it. Well, without further ado, the 6th grade boys proudly present the Miraculous Eclipse.
And turn your camera on, please. We're ready to start.
Yes.
Excuse me, Mr. Morgan.
Yes.
Some of the 6th grade boys have been telling me that, well, that you can sure tell a whale of a story.
That's what they told you, is it? You're new to town, aren't you?
Yes, sir. The boys dared me to ask me to tell your version of King Arthur and his knights of the Round Table.
They did, eh? Well, son, it just so happens I knew King Arthur well when I was a young man, so I can tell you anything you want to know about him.
You knew King Arthur?
I knew all the folks at Camelot, including that cagey old humbug, Merlin.
You knew Merlin the magician? But they all lived 6th century.
That's right. And if it were for Merlin, I still might be in the 6th century myself. You don't believe me, do you?
Well, sir, if you got some time, I'd like to hear it from you. Then I'll tell you if I believe you.
I've got all the time in the world. You see, I was born and brought up right here in Hartford, Connecticut. So I am a Yankee of the Yankees.
That's what the boys said about you, Mr. Morgan.
As a young man, I first went to work as a blacksmith. Then I went over to the Colt Arms factory, and I learned how to make cannons, boilers, engines, all sorts of labor-saving machinery. If there wasn't a quick, new-fangled way to make a thing, I would invent one. I became head supervisor and had a couple thousand men under me.
A couple of thousand?
Some of them were pretty rough characters, too. Say, you just come along and we'll sit on my front porch. I was a man full of fight when I was supervisor. But one day, I met my match, a man named Hercules, and I had a bit of a misunderstanding, and we went after each other with crowbars.
That must have been some fight.
It was. Hercules knocked me down with a crusher to my head that made everything crash. My world just went out in total darkness. And when I came to, I wasn't at the arms factory anymore.
Oh, my aching head. Hercules will pay for this, and my name is Hank Morgan. Where am I? Doesn't look like any place I've seen around Hartford. Will you challenge fair, sir? Will I what? Will you fight with me to a lad or lady? Oh, now look here. Who do you think you are? Wearing that outlandish getup and swinging that dangerous weapon around? Get along back to the
way of speaking, sir, but you are welcome. I hope you will find me to be a true friend.
Well, my boy, if you really are my friend, then you can tell me where in the world I am. That escapee from a circus brought me here. Said this was England? But he's obviously not in his right mind.
Nay, sir, my master Sir Kay spoke the truth. You are in England.
England? Well, either I'm crazy or something just as awful has happened here. Now tell me, honest and true, what is this place?
Camelot, the court of King Arthur.
King Arthur who had the round table?
Is there any other, sir?
And according to your notions, what year is it?
The 19th of June, year 528.
528? 528? I'm sure it was 1879 when I got up this morning. I look like 1879, but all these people look like 528. 528? That was the year when a total eclipse of the sun occurred. On June 21st, at 3 minutes past noon, just 2 days from now. I've got an idea. If I can keep a hold of my senses for 48 hours, I'll know for certain if this boy is telling me the truth. Tell me, Clarence, who is this Sir Kay?
A brave knight, sir, and foster brother to our liege, the king. You are his prisoner, and as soon as dinner is finished, he will exhibit you before the king and brag about Caxton. He'll exaggerate the facts a little bit, but it won't be safe to correct him. Then you'll be flung into a dungeon.
Flung into a dungeon? What for?
It's the custom, but never fear. I'll find a way to come and see you. And I'll help you get a word in with your friends who will come and ransom you.
Well, I'm much obliged to you, Clarence, but you see, all my friends won't even be born for another 1,300 years.
King Arthur's coming now.
It is Royal Majesty, King Arthur. My king, most noble knights and ladies of the realm, behold this curious captive I have conquered. And where did you find this strange creature, Sir Kay? I came upon this horrible ogre, my liege, in a faraway land of barbarians called Connecticut. Everyone there was the same ridiculous thing he does. What I warn you, do not touch him. His clothing is enchanted. It is intended to secure him from harm, but I overpowered the enchantment through my strong will and great courage. I killed his 13 attending knights in a great 3 hours battle and took him prisoner.
Now look here.
Behold, this Mandalorian monster who tried to escape from me by leaping to the top of a tree at a single bound.
Now just a minute. You're carrying this thing a little too far.
Behold, this menacing barbarian while he lives, people, for at noon on the 21st, he shall die.
Dead? What have I done? Dead? I haven't even been in this sanctuary for more than half an hour.
You have suffered defeat at my hands. I decide if you will live or die. You shall die.
Well done, Sir Kay. But if his clothing is enchanted, how do you propose to put to death?
Surely, your majesty's mighty magician, Merlin, can break the enchantment.
Yes,
Make way, please.
How can all of you be so dull?
Has it not occurred to anyone here but me that the thing to do is remove the enchanted clothing from this creature and thus make it helpless and harmless? Proceed.
Now hold on here. Hey!
Now he is powerless. To the dungeon with him.
A cheer for Sir Kay!
the corridors are guarded by snapping alligators. You cannot pass them. Besides, there are other obstacles more overpowering.
What are they?
Oh, I dare not tell you.
But you must. Come, be brave. Speak out.
Merlin, that terrible and mighty magician, has woven wicked spells about this dungeon. No man can escape it from. There, I've told you, now be merciful and do not betray me, or I'm lost.
Merlin has cast a few spells, has he? That cheap humbug. Bosh!
Oh, beware of what you say. These walls may crumble on us at any moment. Call back to offer words before it is too late.
If everyone here is as afraid of Merlin's pretended magic as Clarence is, then certainly a superior man like me, with my 19th century education, ought to be sure enough to take advantage of this situation. Come on, Clarence, get up and pull yourself together. Do you know why I laughed at Merlin?
No, and I pray you won't do it again.
I laughed because I'm a magician myself.
You?
I've known Merlin for 700 years, and
700 years?
don't interrupt. He has died in double life 13 times. I knew him in Egypt 300 years ago, and in India over 500 years ago. He's always getting in my way everywhere I go, but his magic doesn't amount to shucks compared to mine. Now you look here, Clarence. I'll be your friend, but you must be mine.
I am your friend, I assure you.
Good. Now you give word to the king that I am the mightiest and grandest magician, and that if any harm is to come to me, I will quietly arrange a little calamity that will make the fur fly in these realms.
Yes, at once.
Oh, that should get me off course pretty quick. Ah, what a blunder I've made. I've sent Clarence off to alarm the king with the threat of a calamity I haven't even thought of yet. These 6th century people are childish, superstitious. They believe in miracles. Suppose they want to see a sample of my powers. Suppose the king asks me to name my calamity. I've got to stall for time. I can't think of anything. Here comes Clarence. I have to affront him. Well?
I took your message to my liege, the king, and he was very much afraid and was ready to order you released. But then Merlin was there and spoiled everything.
I might have known.
He persuaded the king that you are crazy and that your threat is nothing but foolishness because you don't have any calamity. Oh, my friend, be wise and name it, or you still might be doomed.
Ah, I have it. Just in time, too. How long have I been shut up in this invisible place?
Since yesterday's evening.
Then today is the 20th of June.
Yes,
At what time tomorrow am I to be?
at high noon.
Listen carefully. I will tell you what to say to the king. Tell him that at high noon tomorrow, I will smother the entire world in the dead blackness of midnight.
Oh, have mercy.
I will blot out the sun, and it will never shine again. The fruits of the earth shall rot for lack of light, and the people of the earth shall famish and die to the last man. Go, tell the king. Ha! The Eclipse be sure to save me. Maybe the greatest man in the kingdom besides. Furthermore, I'll be the boss of the whole country within 3 months. Hope my threat isn't too much for these simple people. Suppose they want to compromise. Then what do I do? Of course, if they want to compromise Allison, well, I'll have to stand my ground and play my hand for all it's worth.
Come, the alligators are ready.
Wait, no, but the execution isn't until tomorrow.
The order has been changed to separate a day. Come.
All right, 6th grade students, I need your attention. Teachers watching them for tutorial, if you want to take them outside for a short break, but there's still time left for tutorial. So let's have Miss Clinton, can you take your section on for